double-edged sworded, because it's like, oh, maybe he does well in his region, but maybe his region's not that good, or maybe his like community he plays with isn't that good.
We know TPN again, the link, and no, it's so true. And I think now, as we have online get better and better, that whole region thing is going to start to go away. It's a very strange image. But I didn't know this actually as a commentator, but I knew for the people who are playing, they asked you guys to give in a picture for the stream. And as we have seen, people have gotten quite creative with the pictures. So, shout outs to Zealot for making us laugh. That's a pretty fun thing. Most people, they just put a picture of themselves, but well, some guys go in the extra mile. So
yeah, just a few matches ago, we had, Tinder matchups with Song and Shulka. And now we have the meme lords coming out of the woodworks. Yeah, I think that's a special charm that online tournaments have, that you can enter basically anything that's not TOS, that you can show up here, and then bing, bam, boom, you got yourself a profile pic like this. Oh, my goodness.
Zealot versus TPN. If it's the Zealot, I think it is. Pretty solid Fox, but playing in the couple of the Save as Untitled tournaments that we've been seeing. And then TPN put on kind of a Link show, which I think we're going to see again. Also, my frame rate is much better, so this is going to be way easier to commentate. I'm pumped about that, too.
Shout out to production actually fixing it. Let's go.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
But yeah, it looks like Plasma will be facing a Fox now versus a Luigi. Oh, very good patience with that tech chase.
Yeah, so, Link, again, Fox can be comboed by pretty much any characters, but, Link is still Link, and the neutral game is going to be quite difficult. Link can get wave shined by Fox, which is not a wave shine that you see very often, but again, can be quite reliable. So interesting to see how Zealot adapts to the Link playstyle.
That was crazy. Did my eyes deceive me? Did Zealot use the reflector as his intended purpose?
Good bomb.
Back here sends him off flying. Yeah, it does look like nice chase. He knew Zealot, I think, knows the Link matchup. He knew exactly where that up B was vulnerable. Like, oh yeah, and waits for it too. Double shine, disgusting.
Yeah, you were just saying how he's familiar. There's a couple things we've been saying that show that he's familiar. He's been doing a lot of full hop aerials, specifically full hop drill. And if you notice, Link doesn't actually have a great way to deal with that angle of attack. Like if he throws up an up tilt or an up air, it's quite a committal option. So Zealot doing a really good job of making Link look like obsolete. Great up out of shield though, and should get this edge guard.
Yeah, there he goes. He takes it. And that's quite a mountain to climb. Zealot doing he's playing so clean. Like, my goodness, tech skills, tech chasing, knowledge of the matchup, insane.
Yeah, no, really good stuff. Doing a great job. Again, like we watched before, for those who are just tuning in right now, TPN play against a Luigi player and was really doing some fun stuff. But now we're kind of seeing a different caliber of player. And again, good punish game there. Doing kind of option coverage that he does have. But yeah, really Zealot leveraging the advantages of Fox. Yeah.
Ooh, tried to hold on to the bomb, try to get that extra jump, that extra up B, doesn't land it. Wow. Yeah, Zealot doing an excellent job closing out TPN. What do you think was the difference? I saw TPN throwing out some desperation up Bs and desperation down smashes to try and space himself, and it looked like Zealot was ready at every move.
I think there are a couple things that I noticed. First, it felt like Zealot had quite a good idea of the spacing and range that Link had available to him, and then he understood places where Link is slow, basically. So, we talked a bit about his jump squat being 6 frames. We talked a bit about zoning options, like, how to deal with stuff like a full hop from above. There are situations where he just kind of can get pressured and he doesn't have great counter pressure. And that just makes Link, like, we use the term like invalidating a low tier. I don't love that. But that's kind of what we were seeing. FD, kind of an interesting counter pick, will be quite strong for Fox, but you can always get crazy combos on FD, and I think that's what TPN's looking for.
Yeah, just having his projectiles, they're all horizontal based. This would, I think maybe he thought platforms were a big disadvantage to him, but Yeah, Fox is dangerous on this stage because if he gets one grab just like that, he's able to keep probably Link up in the air as long as he wants. No platforms to escape to. He's just falling at the mercy of just trying to hit the ground faster. But yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, I think one of the things he's looking for here is if he can get kind of him up in the air, he can juggle him with stuff like up air, and like we said, just really start a strong combo. But one of the things I was talking about earlier about how he's struggling with that full hop approach, well, platforms actually protect against that, right? If someone's above you and you have a platform between you, that makes you safe. But if you can't deal with that and you're on FD, now you have even more problems. So I'm not going to say it's a bad counter pick, but it brings its own challenges because, again, you're a weaker character.
Right, you are. You can see just the desperation, or just like the disparity of what Link had to do. Oh, very nice. Okay.
Yeah, that was quite solid, though. Knowing in that situation he can just run out and get that.
Yeah, TPN looks like he might get his bearings back, but oof, don't want to get up throw up aired.
Yeah, I think it's really just like in any low tier matchup, if the person isn't familiar, if they don't know specifically what they should be kind of abusing, it can look a lot more even than it does. But Zealot, a very capable player and playing the matchup very, very well. So good stuff to him. Look at this, just zoning at the back airs, making this recovery a lot more difficult. Misses the. Doesn't actually die there though.
Yeah, I didn't think he would get that tether that close, but yeah, he does. But to no avail. It looks like Zealot's just trying to close out this last stock. I mean, yeah, if you want to, I don't like like as you're saying earlier, invalidating low tiers because it's really fun to look at when you see some sick plays. But yeah, in a bubble, in like a very, very tight vacuum, all things considered, if all players were at their absolute peak, yeah, this is the expected result. Like, you would see Fox just has so many more tools against Link. Like, he has better frames, better data, better tools for offense and defense. If skill levels were all equalized. Which is,
and it's crazy because this is actually a pretty high skill match. Like, we saw Zealot going for the Waveshine there, and TPN was hitting the SDI and trying to get out, but Zealot had really, really good reactions and does end up closing it out. So yeah,
exactly. You're right. Yeah, it's tough, man. Like, you have to accept where your character's short on where your characters fall short and where their strengths lie. I feel like game one just really opened up Zealot's TPN's like eyes. It's like, oh, okay, I can't be doing funny shenanigans, but because this character, he knows his matchup, he knows this really well, but I feel like you at the same time you can't betray what you've learned, so it's really hard.
So we got our replays as usual. Red Bull replays coming in now. We're gonna get to see some of the more impressive sequences that Zealot and TPN had.
Yeah, right here we have.
This was fun.
This was a really cool stock. A falling Nair sends him down, takes the trade, and that is the stock for TPN. But here, your classic Fox, your up airs. As you were saying earlier in the matchup, he's been dodging